Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the fabulous Blue Chip Casino Stardust Event Center for the 2022 State of the City Address for Michigan City. We meet here this morning thanks to the hospitality and cooperation of Blue Chip Vice President and General Manager Brenda Temple, Director of Sales Angela Gagan, the Blue Chip Operations Team, and Boyd Gaming. Thank you all for coming. Before I begin my address, would everyone please stand and join me as I pledge allegiance to our flag, then observe a moment of silent prayer for all who have died or are suffering from the COVID-19 virus and its variants. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you would, please continue standing. Considering the devastating effect the unprovoked Russian invasion of Ukraine is having not only on the people of Ukraine, but also the rest of Europe and the Western world, I ask that we all observe another moment of silence for the people of Ukraine and neighboring Eastern European countries. If you would, please be seated. The theme of this year's State of the City Address is we are bouncing back. I believe you'll share that belief as I tell you about all the positive things that are going on. March 12th, 2020 to March 18th, 2022. That's how long COVID has been controlling our lives. We're close to the end of the tunnel. We can see daylight. No masking, no curfews, all businesses are open, and Michigan City will be open. All our normally held events will again be taking place. Facing adversity makes a people stronger. We faced COVID and persevered, showing we are truly Michigan City strong. We are bouncing back. It's a great time to be in Michigan City. I'm excited to be here with you and talk about our city. If I look overexcited while I'm talking, it's because it's so enjoyable telling you about all the good things that are happening in Michigan City. In a nutshell, we are doing great. Washington Park, our beach, and lakefront are focal points and popular topics. So let's get started there. This summer, Washington Park, our zoo, and our beach, fully staffed with lifeguards, will be open. Substantial adjustments were made to the 2022 budget, realigning funding, making it possible now and in the future for Michigan City to pay its lifeguards a wage that's competitive with neighboring lakefront communities. Additionally, we'll have greater depth and resources as a result of moving the management of waterfront safety from our park department to our fire department, adding the full resources that firefighters possess to our waterfront life safety task force. To complete our waterfront safety program, as the international material and equipment shortage caused by COVID disappears, I will be seeking council approval to purchase the rapid response jet ski type rescue vehicle and drones that I researched last year. I believe these additions will support a 90-second swimmer rescue response time. For Michigan City families with little ones, as soon as necessary upgrades are made, the splash pad will be reopened. More good news, as in past summers, season park stickers will be available to Michigan City residents at no cost. We are bouncing back. Washington Park will be full of activity this year, starting with the Singing Sands sand sculpting event, June 3rd, Michigan City Pride Fest, June 18th, the Kiddies Parade, June 25th, Venetian Night Boat Parade, June 25th, Michigan City Soul Steppers Drill Team Competition, June 30th, the Michigan City Patriotic Parade, July 2nd, Independence Day Fireworks, July 4th, Soccer in the Sand Tournament, July 16th. Moving on through summer into fall and winter, we'll have Oktoberfest back, September 2nd. 2022 Hobie Sailboat North American Championship Regatta, September 12th. Boo at the Zoo, hosted by our own Washington Park Zoo, on October 22nd. The Festival of Lights, lighting of the Michigan City Christmas tree, and Washington Park Festival of Lights, December 2nd. Also, LaPorte County Convention and Visitors Bureau will support us as they always do, July 9th with the Aqua Jet ski races, and August 3rd with the Great Lakes Grand Prix boat race. We are bouncing back. There's always regularly scheduled events in Washington Park, which is a big part of summer. A Movie in the Park begins May 30th. Weekly concerts by the Michigan City Municipal Band start May 30th. Washington Park Zoo open daily starting April 1st. Our new big cat habitat will be under construction, but our lions and tigers will still be in the zoo and viewable. Michigan City Senior Center will be open with a full schedule of activities, and Washington Park Marina will be open. I can talk all day about the great things we have in Michigan City, but I'm sure you want to know how well Michigan City is doing providing the quality of life services our citizens deserve. So let's get to the nuts and bolts of everyday Michigan City business and Michigan City government business. Economically, Michigan City is doing well. No red ink in any of our books. What a change from $3.4 million of red ink facing us when I took office. We continue to shore up our Riverboat Fund reserves, currently having a balance of $5.6 million. Another achievement, my administration, that I'm proud of, continued the policy embraced in 2021, allowing essential spending only and appropriating unspent funds. We've been able to substantially increase Michigan City employee salaries and wages starting 2022. For the American Rescue Plan, ARPA, Michigan City will receive over the next 2 years $16 million, of which $8 million has already been received. The purpose of the plan is to assist communities that were heavily affected by COVID by providing them funds intended to replace lost revenues. With these funds, Michigan City can replace key maintenance equipment that's at the end of its operational lifespan that without these funds, Michigan City would not be able to replace for some time. There are many types of expenditures cities and towns are allowed per the ARPA plan, but no expenditures are allowed without both administration and council approval. Unfortunately, due to low ridership, the Transit Triangle bus route has been discontinued. Funding for that route will be used to generate new routes. This information is dedicated to keeping our workforce healthy while at the same time lowering our insurance costs. Late 2021, we renegotiated our employee benefits plan with General Insurance, keeping the same level of coverage with minimal premium increase. We also started an employee wellness clinic with Northwest Health LaPorte at their Northwest Medical Group facility in Michigan City, which we feel will reduce out-of-pocket costs for our employees. Thanks to Craig Menny and Charlie Keene of General Insurance and Jennifer Calvin and her team of LaPorte, of Northwest Health LaPorte. In Michigan City, there's a group of dynamic community leaders led by Wesley and Danita Scully, who are working to create a local program for African American youth to receive training and certification as solar panel installers. This program is being championed by NAACP of LaPorte County, Branch 3061, the Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Union, and Ivy Tech Community College, Michigan City campus. I've met with this group. I believe in this group and their program, and I see good things coming from it. Regarding jobs in Michigan City has jobs, and our people are working. Unfortunately, what we're missing is better paying jobs with benefits and opportunities for advancement. Our unemployment rate last year decreased from 5.4% to 2.9% versus the states, which dropped from 3.7% to 2.7%. For IRS statistics, Michigan City is still a struggling community. 70% of our families are low income and 1 in 4 live in poverty. Michigan City is actively acquiring key properties, annexing and rezoning areas to allow light manufacturing, which will bring jobs here. Our redevelopment corporation, after receiving and supporting the approval of the administration and council working together, just filed annexation papers to annex 147 acres on US Highway 20 near Johnson Road. This parcel, together with the 426 acres near our airport previously annexed, is receiving a high level of interest and inquiries from large developers and employers. Michigan City Sanitary District and Water Department are working diligently to provide utilities to the 426 acres on Highway 2035. The 147 acres on Highway 2020 already has access to sewer and water. These two annexations hold enormous potential to attract a great number of quality jobs to Michigan City. I truly feel the stars are aligning for Michigan City for new, better paying jobs, which are coming in large numbers. I project over the next 2 years, our unemployment rate will decrease while the average income of Michigan Cityans will increase. We're bouncing back. You may have read the Herald-Dispatch article containing the latest crime trends for Michigan City. Firearm offenses up 23%. Crime against persons down 6%. Sex offenses down 10.5%. Crime against property down 4%. Drug offenses up 11%. Crime fluctuates with the condition of the economy, the seasons, and during periods of high stress. I watch trends, but I pay much more attention to the numbers reported to me by the Michigan City Police Chief, Duane Campbell. 125 guns seized, 73 firearm-related arrests, 13 robbery arrests, 7 homicide arrests, and 3 drug houses closed, which was a combined effort between Michigan City Police and our code enforcement group. These are concrete numbers and achievements that I feel are true indicators of good, diligent police work. To get more guns off the street and arrest more bad guys, Chief Campbell has put into place a violent crimes reduction team. This group concentrates on high crime neighborhoods, which today is showing success. I thank our Michigan City Police Force for holding a line against crime in Michigan City. I verified their work, responding to police calls myself, sitting silently observing from a distance watching these professionals doing their jobs and doing it well. The currently proposed 0.95% public safety local income tax is vital to preserve public safety in Michigan City. This tax will provide necessary funding for law enforcement, fire department, and emergency medical responders to obtain necessary additional manpower, equipment, and technology needed to meet the rapidly changing conditions of their job and ensure public safety. I commend and thank our City Council for approving this resolution, supporting the public safety local income tax, and I thank Councilman Michael Mack for sponsoring this legislation. Michigan City is a city of the arts, culture, and great diversity. Years ago, a park was built to commemorate the impact Charles Wescott had on Michigan City. Now that park is the home of a magnificent, beautiful sculpture that celebrates for all to see the life and achievements of native Michigan City resident Naomi Anderson, a female African-American suffragist born in 1843 who helped ignite a nationwide movement for human, civil, and women's rights. Please do not miss the dedication of the Naomi Anderson sculpture tomorrow, March 19th at 2 p.m. at Charlie Wescott Park on Michigan Boulevard. Increasing the opportunity for local high school students to achieve their dreams of going to college. Last December, our City Council helped me fulfill my campaign commitment by allowing more students to apply for the scholarships. The program, as it's currently structured, includes students of Marquette High School and children whose parents rent rather than own their homes in Michigan City. My thanks to the members of our City Council. Okay, now get ready. Fasten your seat belts. We are catapulting Michigan City through the present, right into the future. These are the exact words I stated February 18th of this year to Ms. Ruth Marama, Economic Development Consultant to Michigan City, when Ruth asked me if I wished to give a comment for the press release announcing a new $80 million mixed-use development that will replace the former South Shore train station on 11th Street. This development, to be known as 11th Street Central, is a three-way partnership between the City of Michigan City, Northern Indiana Commuter Transportation District, NICD, and nationally known developer, builder, and property manager, Flaherty & Collins Properties. The structure of this project, a joint development agreement between local government, public transportation, and the private sector, is considered by the Federal Transportation Administration to be the first of its kind in the greater Chicago metropolitan area. 11th Street Central, occupying the entire area between 10th and 11th Streets and Washington and Pine Streets, will consist of a 12-story high-rise mixed-use building housing 208 luxury apartments, more than 10,000 square feet of commercial office space, a 558-space fully enclosed parking garage, modern train station, and double elevated passenger loading platforms. Substantial parking in the garage will be available to the public outside peak commuting hours. During the process, Michigan City sought the advice of Northwest Indiana Regional Development Authority, the RDA, a quasi-governmental development entity entrusted to making regional framework public investment decisions that support partnership between infrastructure and private sector investments. Without the commitment and dedicated effort of Michigan City's team, Michigan City Economic Development Corporation Director Clarence Hulse, Michigan City Director of Planning Skylar York, the Michigan City Redevelopment Commission, and the Michigan City Historic Preservation Board, the 11th Street Central portion of the double track project would not be where it is today. Working together diligently, scrutinizing every detail, protecting Michigan City's image and interests, this team, our team, pushed this project forward, finalizing a state-of-the-art design. Thank you, team. On this effort, I must call your attention to the bold and courageous action taken at great risk by our Historic Preservation Board, rejecting the original station block design, deeming that it did not sufficiently convey the history and image of the Michigan City that we know and love. And I thank NICD Director Mike Nolan for understanding our concern and his willingness to go the extra distance redesigning the station, making this project a win-win for everyone. Thank you, Historic Preservation Board, and thank you, Mike. Double track in Michigan City's been on the works since 2009, when the City Council serving at that time expressed their support by resolution. This administration and council are stepping forward to make it reality. Double track through Michigan City and our new 11th Street Central will be the baseline and cornerstone of the Michigan City of the future. Furthermore, it will define and influence the economy, skyline, and image of Michigan City for at least the next 50 years. I thank everyone who worked to bring us to this point, and also deeply thank all of my fellow Michigan Cityans who have supported and will continue to support this project through completion. This administration fully recognizes Michigan City's need for housing. Within months, groundbreaking will occur at 8th Street and Michigan Boulevard for the first development of what is known as workforce housing. Workforce housing is defined as quality living for those having essential and professional jobs with incomes ranging to 50% to 120% of the area median income, AMI, for the city or area in which they live. Michigan City has contracted with Richmond Group Development Corporation, our nation's 7th largest privately owned apartment building owner, who will begin the first phase of their plan to develop, build, and own a $35 million 7-story apartment complex which will contain 125 quality living apartments and retail space. Also, Michigan City just signed a memorandum of understanding with nationally renowned developer Farpoint for the design and construction of a $150 million 9-story residential complex consisting of a 180-unit boutique hotel, 150 luxury condominiums, enclosed parking, rooftop terrace, and retail space, all to be built where the You Are Beautiful sign is located. But don't worry, the You Are Beautiful sign, loved by so many, is going to be saved. It will be incorporated into the architectural facade of the building. This project is expected to break ground in late 2022. How about that? 3 buildings. Are we bouncing back? These projects are referred to as multifamily units by economic development experts who consider this type of housing the best and most successful investment in housing that a city like Michigan City can make. Downtown housing is not the only housing being developed and built in Michigan City. Near Sheridan Beach, a $25 million 10-unit luxury townhouse complex known as Lakeside Townhomes is being built by Northwest Indiana Development Group, NWIDG, principals Rob Hart, Anastasia Fratto, and Randy Hill. NWIDG has also developed, converted, and now owns and operates Barrel House at Zorn, a 150-year-old building, part of the Zorn Brewing Company complex, now a beautiful event center with multiple apartments above. Finally, I'm not positive, the last NWIDG project we will see, Rob and his team have purchased and transformed a 60,000 square foot vacant building warehouse at 100 Anchor Drive in Michigan City to a viable multi-use commercial structure. Thank you, Rob, Anastasia, and Randy, for believing and investing in Michigan City. Wally Pritz, owner of Pritz Builders, recently built 4 condominiums, completing his suburban estates development on South Ohio Street, and is now building an 8-unit condominium complex on Woodland Ave near Wellness Road. Thank you, Wally, for the developments you have built, are building, and continue to build, moving Michigan City forward. Michigan City will continue promoting development of new housing, while at the same time supporting renovation of existing, older but beautiful homes until we have attractive, market value, quality living for all of our residents, their children, and their children's children. This is the future of our town. This is my commitment to you. If I'm going to talk about remarkable new things, I absolutely must mention the newly appointed expanding Shady Creek Winery being created by owners JT and Jenny Schwartz. What an ambiance. And what about the tasting and eating areas to be enjoyed in Stephen Blake Murray's new Burnham Brewing Brewery being made ready on 4th Street right next to us here at Blue Chip? Is that cool or what? Ouch! There are 2 young entrepreneurs who are purchasing empty houses throughout Michigan City, remodeling and updating them, then putting them back on the market. Beautiful, quality homes. Brett Carney, owner of Carney Construction, and Mark Marsheets, who owns Forest Avenue Renovations, are revitalizing our older neighborhoods, making Michigan City beautiful and desirable again. Thank you so much, Brett and Mark, for investing in the future of Michigan City. There are individuals and businesses I wish to identify and thank. Individuals and companies that for years believed in and supported Michigan City and continue to do so today. When others moved out, going down south for new markets, they stayed here, serving us, keeping us going. Thank you, Ton and Blank, for 100 years of service. Thank you, Marcus Electric, owned by Andy and Ed Scott, serving Michigan City for the last 93 years. And thank you, Woodruff and Sons, for 75 years of service to Michigan City. Michigan City is no longer the stagnant city I proclaimed it to be in 2019. We are moving forward at a fast pace, leading the way in Northwest Indiana. I could go on and on talking about the city I love, and I'm honored to now serve as your mayor. The 20 to 30 minutes of the State of City address is not enough to mention everything and everyone in this great town. I thank the members of my administration, my team, for putting up with me for over 700 days now, Monday through Friday, every week. But most of all, I thank my beautiful wife, Barbara, who stood by me every day through 2 of the most demanding years I believe a mayor could have. I often think it's you, Barbara, not me. who has the toughest job in Michigan City. Your love and support sustains me. I love you and feel blessed that you are my wife and the First Lady of Michigan City. Barbara, please join me. In closing, I want all of you to know that I appreciate every one of you and what you do to make Michigan City a great place to live and work. Thank you for coming to share this event with me today. Now, if you excuse me, it's time for me to get back to work. I'm late. I know together we will enjoy seeing Michigan City bouncing back. Thank you.